Welcome to a closer look at the Canon Pixma Pro 100 running with the Accu-Rip Ruby software and the black ink system on here. I'll open the cover. The print heads will automatically come out on there. Now when you receive the original printer, you have got print heads as such. The ones that you'll replace have got the refillable nozzle on that. So this pulls out. You have got a syringe, and this is available in a small and a large bottle. We fill this syringe from the container, and we refill our cartridges when the printer says that it's running low on ink. And we put our plug back in on there. So it's a continuous refillable ink system. Now that makes it very cost effective on here. Once you've loaded the print driver and you load the Accu-Rip software, it's going to print a test page, and that test page is going to show you 5%, 10%, all the way up to 100% dots on there, so you can do your halftones. On there, it will also run the droplet weight test. Now, the droplet weight test, as you'll notice, the density is changing. If we hold it up to the light, you can see 1 is lighter, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is used in addition to an exposure calculator. Exposure calculator is used to find your proper exposing time for that emulsion, for that mesh. Here, you will tape this to the screen, and the first block that washes out cleanly is going to be the droplet weight that will enter in to the Accu-Rip software. And the reason being that's important is we don't want to use too little ink, because we want to make sure we have density on a film positive. We don't want to use too much ink, because one, we're wasting money, and then second of all, so you'll begin to get dot gain on there. So you'll run the droplet weight density test. They have got the Ditto ink, the Ditto media feed, inkjet media feed system on here. So we can flip back our cover and we're going to load 13 by 19 sheets of film on here, and I'm loading the sticky side. The inkjet coated side is coming to the front. I will load first page, second. Now I prefer to load from the back to the front to make certain that I have the front sheets are seated farther down to feed in on here. We do film output service, and we will load this up, and we can walk away and come back and pick up the 6 sheets of film that are finished with the muddy versus having to sit and wait for the printer to finish printing and load the next sheet. Okay, and we flip our media feed back into place, and we'll come to our printer, and we can hit Control P, and you'll notice Accu-Rip is selected, Accu-Rip Ruby to the Canon Pro 100. We can come here and we can select our media size, which is 13 by 19. We'll select our media size. On here, we got our do not scale. We can come to our marks and our bleeds. On here, we see registration marks already checked. Even though we have registration marks on our film output, I still like to print those out. And then now here on the output, you'll see that we have got, for this file, we're going to be printing in our next weekend's 3-day class with underbase, red, blue, gold, green, and white top. So we've got all of our standard colors selected on there, and all we have to do is hit print. Now, we can go into our software, we'll notice that here our file is coming over. It's ripped at 20%. Now this runs in the background. You do not have to open Accu-Rip. Once you've loaded it and set it to your printer, once you select it, everything else will be automated. I'm just showing you here now so that you can see what we are doing. It says printing page 1. And here is at 18%. Another nice thing I really like about the Canon Pro is how quiet it is. Compared to our Epson 1430, so far, this has been a much quieter printer. And there. You can just barely hear it running. And there. Now, in the RIP software, we can go to edit configuration. Now here's our test print. This is what printed our 5, 10, 15, 100% dots, and it's just verifying that we do have communication with the printer. This is the droplet weight. This is the density test that we printed, that we talked about exposing and then washing out. The first one that washes out cleanly is the density that we will put, droplet weight that we will put in to the printer. So we'll go to edit configuration. Now under edit configuration here, it says media, it says from the printer. We got a Canon Pro, that's the printer we're running. They've got a pull down menu because they do plan on in the future offering more printer options on there, but right now the Canon Pro 100 is your choice. Here is our selection. Now we are using a sheet fed, so that's our only option, 13 by 19. We can tell it the maximum size film that we're going to stock. We're telling it 13 by 19. Now that's the maximum. We can load 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, etc. in there. Right now it's saying the all black ink kit is not activated on there. We just got this installed. We'll have to enter the activation code. On there, here is our print resolution. We're running at 1200 by 1200 DPI, and we're running at a droplet weight of 12. Now you can see our choices are 600 and 600, 1200 by 1200. Since we do film output and we do a lot of halftone work, we do prefer to run at the higher resolution on there. Now we can go to our secondary tab, which is configure halftones. Now here you have your screen. You can choose round, diamond, line, ellipse, or FM modulation on there. Angle is 22.5. Especially for simulated process, we always leave the angle the same on that. And currently we're printing at 45 LPI on there, but you can go, we've done 65, 75 LPI. And for those that really want to get fancy technical, you can also do dot gain control. Now here you have to get a densitometer, and you would print and read and then enter in your settings, but for 90% of us, we don't need that option, but it is there if you do need it. So then we can tell it OK to accept our changes. And that's it. If a job was coming over and I did not want to print the job by accident, I realized something was wrong with it, I can just hit jobs. I can select a job. Right now it's printing, so it won't give the option, but I could pause the job and then I could delete it. But otherwise it would give you the delete option if it hadn't been started printing yet. But I could still, even though minimal printing, I could pause this job and then select it and then delete the job. And that is Accu-Rip Ruby. Very easy to use on there. Very cost effective, quiet, fast, high resolution printer. And this is one of our fellows that will be printing in next weekend's class on there. If you enjoyed our video, as always, please give us a like or a share. Your support is greatly appreciated, and thanks for watching.